Wagwan, welcome to this new video on the TheGamingBarn channel. We're looking good. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the TheGamingBarn channel. My name is SirBarnB. I have a Twitch channel and things. If you want to check them out, you do that. We're not really discussing that today, though, are we? No. Today we are discussing all of the games that I've played on my Twitch series, where I play every single Assassin's Creed from 1 all the way to, well, right now Valhalla, but Mirage will be coming out in October. So literally yesterday I finished Assassin's Creed Rogue, which I actually forgot to put on this list. Nice. So we're going to be going from the bottom at number 7 to the top at number 1, because I will not be rating from Rogue afterwards. Even though I've played those games, I've played Unity Syndicate, Unity Syndicate Origins and Valhalla. I haven't played Odyssey, don't know if I ever will, but I don't want to rank them with my nostalgia brain rather than my streamer brain. So we're not doing them. Anyways, number 7 is Assassin's Creed 3. Now, I love this game, which I think shows you just how amazing this franchise is, especially to me personally. Assassin's Creed 3 is a great game. Connor is a very good character, one of my favourite characters in the whole of Assassin's Creed. The story mode is really, really good. I love how they combine the Templars and Assassins really well in the way that Connor and Haytham work and how they operate and what their morals are. I think was a really, really good dynamic that they played really amazingly in the third game. My few problems is, one, there's not enough places to jump. I had to do mainly just fast travelling everywhere. Number 2, like the first 6 sequences were Haytham, and then like 2 sequences after that didn't even involve Connor at all. What was the need for that? And finally, it was boring. The voice acting for the main character Connor wasn't brilliant. The language that they had for the Native Americans, they never had any emotional depth in the language. There should have been a lot more emotional drive into that, and I feel like that's because they didn't hire voice actors that were of that native language. I don't know if they can. I probably should have put a lot more effort into looking at this. Yeah, that's my number 7. It's an amazing game still. I absolutely adore it. I love the American Revolution, but didn't hit the same as all the other games, which is a really big test as to how good the early Assassin's Creed games actually were. Number 6 is going to be a very surprising placement, because I actually watched a YouTube video a couple of years ago from someone who ranked Assassin's Creed games like I'm doing, and his favourite was Brotherhood, and I'm putting it almost last. Yeah. Honestly, I don't have a lot to tell you about why I've placed it so low down. I can't remember the game. It was fun towards the end, admittedly, when I became fucking OP as shit. I think it was because I didn't put enough time into the side quests that I didn't have any enjoyment in the game as a whole. Mainly because Brotherhood had you make loads of different assassins and take them to different places, and they would be so easy to have against big groups that see you when you're stealthing, which I also think was another big problem of mine. Brotherhood's stealth was subpar for me. I really didn't like it. I think I remember like a couple of clips where I just kept being seen all the time. There was like a highlight that I have where I've been trying to like go around somewhere and I just kept failing and I couldn't run at him in time and the stealth weren't working. He'd see me and it was just all over the place. I think that's why it's so low down. For a lot of people, I think the reason why it's so high is nostalgia. They know how the game works, they know how important the side quests are, and I didn't, and that simply ruined my experience. Brotherhood's still a great game. I absolutely loved Act 3. It was incredible and it was so much fun. Ezio, as always, hit it out of the park. He's an amazing character, an amazing assassin, and he really became his own in Brotherhood. That second game really explored his character in much more depth. But another problem I had as well is the time scale. He still sent like a 20-year-old, even though he should have been by that point in his 30s and 40s. And it was like a very big time jump and stuff, and it was really confusing. And it seemed like most of his character development was off screen, but he did have character development. It was great, and the things that we saw was also really good. But yeah, just mainly unmemorable for me, which I'm going to get a lot of hate for. Number 5, I would like to stress before I do this, it's so hot in here right now. I feel like I'm overheating. But number 5, Assassin's Creed Rogue, the new game that I just played. Big problem, side quests weren't as good as Black Flag, and that really drags it down. I literally just finished it last night. I barely played any of the side missions. I wasn't interested. The ship was like still like a fucking sloon or whatever it's called. Wasn't great. The story is amazing. Actually, Rogue is one of my favourite stories of all of the games. The story mode was brilliant, and it was so interesting. And the modern day, I still love of Rogue and Black Flag, and yeah, that's it really. Those two games. The modern day storyline is also brilliant as well. Shay confused me, and I think that's my biggest problem with it. Not that it was too long. I actually thought it was a brilliant enough time. It didn't make sense. Shay didn't make any sense. So he joined the Templars just, so it can save the world. He wants to make sure that these precursor sites do not get explored again by assassins. It's fair. Literally, the assassins were being cunts to him. They shot him for no reason at all. It's not really a good reason to join the Templars, though. You've grown up despising the Templars. You know what their plan is. You know what they try to do. And then, in the space of 2 sequences, you were like, yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll join the Templars. You helped me out a lot. You helped me grow. I feel like a lot of the character development, again, was off-screen, and we didn't see a lot of the slow development into him becoming a Templar. We just kind of saw the all big action and kill assassins kind of stuff. And we didn't get much of the character development that we got so much of in the last game. Coming in at number 4 is Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed 2 was actually one of the games that I enjoyed playing the most out of this entire trilogy. I think I did like 7 episodes. I did so much side quests for that. I think I did like almost 100% before we got to the end. It's a great game. It's a really, really good game, and I see why everyone loves Assassin's Creed so much. Assassin's Creed 2, sorry, so much. Especially the nostalgia. Assassin's Creed 2 is a brilliant game. Brilliant characters, brilliant voice acting, brilliant story, brilliant everything. It's beautifully crafted. It's beautifully crafted. Everything about it was just amazing. And yeah, Assassin's Creed 2 goes at number 4 for me. Make sure you follow me on Twitch if you haven't so _Barnby, sorry. I'll put it in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to me as well for more content like this, because I really enjoy doing this. It's actually kind of really, really fun. So, yeah. In at number 3, we have got Assassin's Creed Revelations. Now, if you saw me play this game, you saw how much in love with this game I was feeling. It was... I can't explain it. The writing was just beautiful. They took a step back from big action sequences and like big story modes with big characters, and they focused on Ezio as an old man and this woman that he'd met and started to fall in love with. And it was beautiful. It was perfect to finish off the chapter of Assassin's Creed, one of the biggest chapters of Ezio and Desmond, and it was just so good. And the ending is one of the best endings, well, not one of the best endings, it's the best ending of Assassin's Creed history. It's fucking beautiful. It's so good. All of the speeches, all of the battles, all of the speeches, I just said speeches, all the speeches, all the battles, all of the side stuff with Altair and his story. If you haven't read his books, I really recommend you read the Altair book before you play Revelations, because you see everything in the game, and the book just comes to life. All of the words that are said in the book just comes to life, and you remember back to when you were reading the book, and it was so great for me. I absolutely loved this one. Also, I didn't play a lot of side missions for, but it didn't matter because it was still amazing nonetheless, and you didn't need to do much of the side quests to have a good game. And I love that, and I'm very glad about that. Now, into the top 2. Assassin's Creed 1 or Black Flag, and if anyone knows me, Assassin's Creed 1 is going at number 2. Great game. I loved the game. It was really good. For a first game, it's bounds upon bounds ahead of anything we might have gotten from Assassin's Creed since. It was simple, simplistic, it was beautiful. Yeah, I want to play it again. I want to go on my Xbox right now and replay it whilst I'm talking to you about this. Even now, it holds up so well now. I mean, what I love about the story the most is the character, Altair. He's brilliantly written. He's really good. He's a really, really good character. And yeah, there's nothing else really to say about that. It's a great game. It goes number 2, of course. And number one, if you haven't guessed, if you haven't watched all of my videos on Black Flag, all of my talks on the streams about Black Flag, and when I was streaming it as well, all the whole playthrough. If you haven't guessed yet, I love Black Flag. It is my favourite game of all time, with some of my favourite characters of all time, with some of my favourite voice actors of all time. Matt Ryan sells his performance as Edward Kenway. You can hear the sincerity, the passion that goes into his voice acting. His character is picked apart, ripped apart, taken everything from him so he can build himself back up as an amazing assassin, and it shows. It works so fucking well. They all teach him a lesson. Each one of them that dies teaches him a new lesson about growth and learning through your mistakes and realizing when to quit and when to just stop and move on with your life and stop being a pirate and maybe become a hero. Why not? You know, my name's Edward Kenway. Fuck it. You know what I mean? And it's just really great. But my favourite thing about the entire game is the side quests. What else can you say about Black Flag and its oh my god, it's so good. Side quests are my favourite part of the entire story. The way you can just kind of, you could be a man of war and you could just shoot down a schooner because you feel like it. You can go to the Havana and kill every single Templar that you want there because you feel like it. You know what I mean? They just walk around and you just go up to the roof, kill them all. It's easy. It's so easy. I can't count the amount of times I wiped out Templars whilst I was like side questing this game. And even in the past as well. This is definitely the nostalgia number one. But like every Assassin's Creed game, it's nostalgia number one. It's going to be, you know what I mean? I can definitely get why a lot of people's favourite games, Assassin's Creed 2 or even Brotherhood and Revelations. And I think a lot of people would agree with me as to why Black Flag's my favourite game. But that is going to be my so far rankings. I'm going to be playing Unity in the next couple of weeks. I think it's going to be like July 15th for summer. It's like mid-July is when I'm going to start playing Unity. So you have more than enough time to follow me on Twitch, and I will, yeah, I'll be playing that sometime soon. If you want to get these games, I'd highly recommend it. I've been able to play the entire series just on my Xbox. If you haven't bought any Assassin's Creed games and you're just here because you like me as a streamer, first of all, thank you. Second of all, you're real. And third of all, you should definitely get this game. It's amazing. And this franchise, is amazing. And definitely should get it. So, I hope you subscribed. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.